Expedition 33 gets disqualified for the Indie Game Awards, which, by the way, to be clear, since I'm probably going to turn this into a clip, to be clear, Expedition 33 did not lose its Indie Game of the Year award at the Game Awards. It lost its Game of the Year award at the Indie Game Awards, and it went to Blueprints. Indie Game Awards disqualifies Clair, Obscur, Expedition 33 due to Gen AI usage. Game of the Year now goes to Blueprints. Now, what is this? What is this a link? Is this to their... Oh, no, this is Insider Gaming. Oh, it's going to yell at me. I was about to say for having a ad blocker. So we got this here. And now we got Ace, Lune's wife. So, you know, a little biased, but actually a lot biased probably. But following the publication of this article, Sandfall Interactive wishes to provide the following clarification. Studio states that it was in contact with El País on April 25th. So this is where the statement came from. It was El País. Even though I'm definitely botching that name, on the use of Gen AI to be used as placeholders. 3 months prior to this publication, during these exchanges, Sandfall Interactive indicated that it had used a limited number of pre-existing assets, notably 3D assets sourced from the Unreal Engine marketplace, which is what I originally said. I said, hey, now I don't know how this shit works, but I do know that Epic Games loves AI, and they actually are pushing hard for it. Unlike Larian Studios, which was not a quote, it was actually a completely horrible job of a write-up, actually, or a title for an article, which actually was a good job because it got a lot of clicks. Okay, not a good job, or not a good, or not a job well done for Larian, because they are absolutely getting crushed right now. I saw a comment the other day when somebody was talking about this, and they were like, we don't hate game journalists enough. And low-key, after this week of this shit show, of this whole use of AI shit, and the murky waters that these journalists have put us in from not actually telling the truth about this shit, I actually am on the level that I fucking agree. Also curious, so sorry, I just realized I didn't do the hydrate when you did it a few minutes ago. I was just been yapping. Josh, sleep well, bro. Love and appreciate you, dude. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. But anyways, none of these assets were created using artificial intelligence. Sandfall Interactive further clarifies that there are no generative AI created assets in the game. When the first AI tools became available in 2022, some members of the team briefly experimented with them to generate temporary placeholder textures. Upon release, instances of a placeholder texture were removed within 5 days to be replaced with the correct textures that had always been intended for release, but were missing during the quality assurance process, which, by the way, if you don't fucking know, because you don't do fucking research, because you just get angry and don't understand how to have nuanced takes, this game was made by 30 people. So the quality assurance process, I believe there could be some cracks that slip through. And if you are like, oh, no, look at a Bethesda game. Okay. And those games are made by hundreds of people with hundreds of millions of dollars. All right. So I personally think the Indie Game Awards disqualifying Expedition 33 is lame. But, you know, fine, whatever. It's not the Game Awards. And at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter if it wins awards. It's a beautiful game. It's one of the games of the generation, if not the game of the generation. Okay? And I think that the Indie Game Awards, and I said this earlier, so sorry, chat, you guys have to hear it again if you've been watching the whole time. The Indie Game Awards are going to have a problem in years coming because either devs are just going to start being dishonest because of this shit, or you're not going to have any fucking games for your Game Awards show. That is already a more niche game show than the Game Awards. Obviously, it's Indie Game Awards, right? So, I don't know, bro. Lock it the fuck in. Lock it the fuck in, bro. So annoying. But yeah, all of this there's a lot of bad taste in this whole situation, and I think people should be more open to having nuanced conversations instead of just screaming about shit on Twitter.com. And in TikTok comment sections. Gonna hit alert. My younger brother wants to play GTA. Yo, thank you, Charlie Perk. Check. Can I